Do you ever catch yourself doing the math? How much time is left? How much money you've got? How much you should have saved, but didn't? At 59, I found myself staring at a spreadsheet that didn't lie. A retirement fund that looked more like a joke, and a sinking feeling that maybe I'd already missed the boat. But I want to tell you something. Something I didn't believe until much later. It's not too late. And no, you don't need a financial miracle. What you need is a few steady wins and a mindset shift no one talks about. Let me show you how I started over, after 55, and built something real. Let's go back. After the divorce, everything felt like it reset. Not just my bank account, but my identity. I wasn't the provider anymore. I was the guy starting from scratch. And that's where the fear crept in. Every article I read said the same thing. You should have started saving in your 30s. Compound interest works best over 40 years. You're behind. Behind? I wasn't even on the track anymore. But here's the thing those articles forget. You might be older, but you're also smarter now, more focused, less distracted. And when you combine that with one habit, just one, everything changes. Want to hear it? I made saving boring, predictable, unemotional, like brushing my teeth. Every Friday, I moved money, automatically. Didn't matter if it was $50 or $500, the habit came first, the amount grew later. And that's what most people miss. They think catching up means going big, but it's not about intensity. It's about consistency. Boring, stubborn consistency. The kind that quietly builds confidence, not just in your finances, but in yourself. Because here's the weird part. As the numbers in my account grew, so did my sense of control. And that's what I'd been craving all along. Not a yacht, not early retirement, just control, stability, dignity. But there was still a problem. I kept comparing myself to others. Friends who had million-dollar 401ks, people who'd never been through a divorce, guys who made smarter decisions earlier. And that comparison, it made me hesitate, made me feel like whatever I did, it wasn't enough. Until one conversation changed everything. A friend, he's a therapist, said something that stopped me cold. He said, "You're not rebuilding your finances, you're rebuilding your story." That hit hard. Because when you're over 55, money isn't just about money. It's about identity, pride, freedom. And that's when I realized this wasn't just a financial journey, it was emotional. So I did something weird. I stopped obsessing over retirement numbers and started tracking emotional wins. Every week, I wrote down one thing I did that made me feel in control. Could be tiny, packed lunch instead of eating out, reviewed my credit report, said no to something I couldn't afford. It sounds silly, but those little wins, they added up. They rewired how I saw myself. But as a man taking charge, one decision at a time. And that quiet shift from shame to ownership was more powerful than any spreadsheet. Want another twist? I didn't just save. I also started earning differently. See, at this age, most people think too late to switch careers, too old to start something new. But I asked a better question. What do I already know that someone younger would pay for? Turns out, a lot. I started tutoring online. Not a full second job, just a couple hours a week. Teaching skills I'd used my whole career. That small income, straight to my retirement fund. No lifestyle inflation, no upgrades, just focus. And over time, it snowballed. Not just the money, but the pride. That feeling of, I'm not done yet. I still have value. I still have options. And you know what I've learned? Most people don't need a huge leap. They need a ladder, something to climb, one steady rung at a time. So here's what worked for me. Up first, automated savings. I made it mindless. Every Friday, money moved into a high-yield savings account or my Roth IRA. Even when the amount felt embarrassingly small, the ritual mattered more than the result. It told my brain this is who I am now, someone who saves. Second, I tracked emotional wins. Not numbers, not goals, just those tiny sparks of control. The first time I said no to a splurge. The first week I stuck to a budget. The moment I realized I could repair instead of replace. When you feel capable, you act capable. That's the beginning of financial peace. Third, I monetized what I already knew. There's a gold mine in your past experience. Don't overlook it just because it feels normal to you. Someone else finds it valuable. Could be consulting, mentoring, freelancing. You don't need to hustle, just be helpful. Fourth, I stopped comparing. This one took time, but I started measuring progress based on where I was, not where I thought I should be. That gave me back my self-respect. And fifth, I built habits, not goals. Because goals are fragile. They break when life gets messy. Habits are different. They flex, but they don't disappear. And here's the part no one talks about. The real shift didn't happen in my bank account. It happened in my gut. I went from dreading the future to quietly building it. From looking back with regret to looking forward with calm confidence. And if you're still waiting for the big reveal, the secret no one tells you, here it is. The hardest part of building a retirement fund after 55 is forgiving yourself for not starting sooner. Once you do that, the shame dissolves, the noise quiets down, and the next step becomes obvious. You stop saying I should have, and start saying I still can.
So let's ground this, right now.
If all of this feels a little inspiring but also a little overwhelming, do this. Just one action today. Small, simple, but yours. Set up an automatic transfer, even if it's $10. Call your credit union about a better savings rate. Log into your retirement account, just to look. Don't aim for transformation. Aim for motion. Because when you act, even a little, you start to rewrite the story. From I'm too late to I'm in control. And that's what I really wanted all along. Control, dignity, hope. And I want that for you too. Look, there's no shame in starting now. No shame in rebuilding. No shame in taking longer than you expected. There's only power in deciding today is day one. So if this helped you feel even a little more hopeful, stick with us. We're building a smarter way to retire, one steady win at a time. No gimmicks, no shame, just real momentum. Because this isn't the end of your story. It's the comeback chapter, and you're the one holding the pen.